Welcome to Relaxed and Fast. If you are not tuning in for the first time, then you know that we just did a little 3K preview before our 3K time trial, and now we're here after that has happened, and we're going to talk with Coach Eby here about how that went and what he thinks the outlook are. So, going off of that, what are your thoughts on the 3K time trial? How do you think it went?
Yeah, I thought it was pretty solid. The guys was really good. I actually was texting with Kelly and Isaac earlier today, and she was like, "Holy cow, the guys really lit it up today." Definitely the fastest 3K we've had on the guys' side in a very, very long time. Women were pretty consistent with where we've been, back with some really good teams. 2018 and 19, and it ran right around the same times that some of our women were running today, so that's really solid. Was really happy with the workout after. I thought the 400s went really, really well, and then we had a handful of people do a tempo mile on the back end of that, and that went really, really well. And so, all in all, really good. Hope Murphy's back. Ran for the first time and
that was very exciting.
with the team in a long time, and so that's a really big deal. Has some work to do for sure, but really excited to have her back and have her rolling again. And
for sure.
It won't take her long to get rolling here. So.
Yeah. So based off that, Coach, off the 3K, off the workout today, what outlook does this give you for next week's inter-squad meet?
Yeah, I think between our rhythm run and our 200s on Thursday and then today, I think we've got a pretty decent base on going into next week. And so we're just trying to lay the foundation at this point. We're still really early into workouts, and as I talked about in the preview, like the whole point of this is to really try to build that pain tolerance essentially, and get a couple races under your belt. And that was one of the things that Hope said, is she's like, I just forgot how to hurt a little bit today, and so that is something that the more we get of these under our belt, I think the better off we'll be. So it's always exciting to see how big of a jump we can even make in just 1 week or 2 weeks, when we actually step on with a real jersey on for the first time and do all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's exciting. The other really cool part was like, you're back.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Spronz is back.
Excited to be back.
And so we've have a couple of people who were a little banged up during the fall and didn't get to do the things that they wanted to do that are back, and hopefully we'll have some of the others that are still kind of coming off of stuff.
For sure.
Here
and I think another really exciting thing that I noticed is we had a really solid 3K time trial back in the fall before our cross-country season, and I think the times were very even, which is shocking because we have less time building up, and it's also on a 200 track, so that's a pretty big contrast.
That's a really good take.
Very exciting to see.
So I always make this comment, especially to the freshmen during the fall, that getting to take the break over winter, like you kind of jump back into the fitness that you left off at way quicker, especially for the freshmen, but it happens for everybody. And then you're able to start doing things that you never thought were possible before because your body remembers what it's like to run that fast. And so, as you said, that's a really good point that I hadn't thought of. But jumping in where we started after 3 months of summer training, after 3 weeks of winter training, that's a really good sign.
Yeah,
it's a really good sign.
Yeah, for sure. So after all that, how do you think our track camp this past weekend has gone? What are your thoughts on it?
Yeah, I always look at it from a logistical standpoint on like how things can go a little bit smoother, and like dinner on our first night wasn't great, right? So we show up to Chipotle, maybe running a little bit behind schedule, and they hadn't even started cooking the chicken. So
oh my gosh.
Some of those things haven't been as smooth as I would like them, but I feel like the meetings have gone really well, and I'd love to hear your guys' feedback on that.
I think the meetings definitely have gone well. Especially our team goal meeting was really good, really productive, and then when we came in with the coaches as well, that was also really productive. I thought the BW history was an interesting one, and they went in more depth about other teams in the OAC as well, which was kind of a new thing to learn, which I thought was really interesting. It gives you a little insight about the whole conference as a whole. I don't know. Do you have any input on that?
Yeah, I mean, I agree. It's the same thing he just said. All the meetings have been very as quick as possible, and also because last year I think some of them, especially like the draft and stuff, it went very long, and we were able to compress it a little bit and still get the same or more information out of it. So.
Yeah, and I think that the draft is a fun event.
Yeah,
and I appreciated kind of the input you guys gave me. So we did a little bit different take on training, like our training talk, than what we would normally do. So kind of already had that foundation laid in the fall and got to kind of pivot on that a little bit, and I thought that was really productive.
Yeah, the training one was good because you kind of expanded more on some ideas and maybe some places we didn't really, maybe we were lacking in, or maybe we didn't remember and need a little bit of a refresher on because we went so into that during cross-country camp. So that was actually a really good way to do the event training.
Yep. I think one of the biggest things, the goal of camp is to really try to bring the team together and have a lot of unity there. I think the other groups have done a good job of cheering each other on, and then like the dance line that was going on today at lunchtime, like that's the type of stuff that's why we do this, is to present those types of opportunities.
And I've definitely felt that firsthand. There's tons of people. I mean, I'm a first year student. There's tons of people I've met that I did not know before camp. So this is definitely a good opportunity to get out and meet the rest of the team and bond with the team for sure.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so that's all we have for you today, Coach. We appreciate you taking some time for us, and
awesome.
We will see you guys in the next episode of Relaxed and Fast. Who am I here with?
My name is Riley Barno.
How was your 3K today?
It was all right. I wanted to start out a little more conservatively this time. My last 3K, I went out a little too hard. It was pretty good. I tried to hang on there at the beginning. I was just like, I'm just going to stay with Katie. She got away from me a little bit. But then the second half, I was trying to focus on neutral thinking, just I'm out here, I'm just running. And I was trying to think, I'm a mid-distance runner. This last couple laps are mine. All I have to do is just do my race, and that's what I was trying to focus on. Didn't go exactly how I wanted it to, but I was proud. I was proud of the mental game, I think.
Thank you. Who am I here with?
Andrew Peeler.
How was your 3K today?
No, it was pretty good. I was just trying to stay attached to the lead for as long as possible, and then the last bit, just try not to get kicked down by anybody else. Will Prado.
Thank you. Who am I here with?
Katie.
And how was your 3K today?
It was good.
Any other thoughts? Awesome. Thanks for your time.
For this.
I'm using this. Who am I here with?
Dylan Hack.
And how was your 3K today?
Really, really well. We led it from the gun, and then, 2,800 meters in, was feeling really good. I was trying to put a gap on Sam Sikorsky over there, and then we pass a big group of people. We get to 50 meters to go, and Lightning Bolt passes me on the right side. Someone passes me over there, and I was done from there.
Dude got out kicked.
No comment. We're both racing a 3K at Ashland meet, so vengeance is gonna be had. That's all I'll say.
I bet. Who am I here with?
Sam Sikorsky.
How was your 3K?
I thought it was pretty good. Every 200 we were hitting like 35s, and that was about the goal. So, thought it was pretty good. Happy about everybody's times today. It's just a building block. Proud of everyone that came out, showed up, showed out. Yeah. Okay. Shout out to Coach Eby for doubting me before this, saying, "Sam, you're terrible. You're my least favorite," and I took that personally.
I don't think he said that.
No, he didn't say that, but I put it in my head that he did.
Okay.